Namaste. So as ever, we'll start today with the quote. The quote today is, I don't even know if it's a quote, it's the 3 R's. It's something to aspire to. We may not always get there, but it's something to try. The 3 R's. Respect for yourself, respect for others, and responsibility for your actions. If you make a mistake, you forgive yourself, you forgive others, you apologize, and you move on. Respect for yourself, respect for others, and responsibility for your actions. Okay, if you'd like to lie down in Shavasana, and we know the drill by now. So it's floppy feet, palms upwards. Check that your chin is not painting the ceiling. Tuck it in gently. Lift up your left shoulder and just roll it back down. Lift up your right and roll it back down. You're getting comfortable. And the last thing, take your lower back, that natural curvage, and gently press it down onto the ground and release. Twice more in your own time. And gently release. So as you lie there in Shavasana, remember it's the mind-body relaxer. You're trying to let go of the old to make space for the new. So you're trying to release all tension. And one of the areas where tension comes from is muscular contraction. So no movement. You're looking for stillness, complete stillness, which keeps tension at bay. I'll read out something from Lama Surya Das. So breathe. Breathe again. Smile. Relax. Arrive where you are. Be natural. Open to effortlessness, to being rather than doing. Drop everything. Let go. Enjoy for a moment this marvelous joy of meditation. And remember, meditation is just continued concentration on whatever you are doing. So at the moment you're lying in Shavasana, as relaxed as possible, trying to keep any muscular contractions to the minimum. So breathe. And breathe again. Smile and relax. Arrive where you are. Be natural, open to effortlessness, to being rather than doing. Drop everything. Let go. Enjoy for a moment this marvelous joy of meditation. And once more, breathe. Breathe again. Smile. Remember, free serotonin. Smile. Relax and arrive where you are. Be natural. Open to effortlessness, to being rather than doing. Drop everything. Let go. Enjoy for a moment this marvelous joy of meditation. Continued concentration on whatever you may be doing. Now we're going to do an old favourite. Well, it's a favourite of mine. It may not be of yours. So we start with the soles of the feet together. We take the soles of the feet together, bend the knees, bring the soles of the feet together, and we're going to put the thumbs up the centre of the body. So we're lying flat, so as always, it's healing for the heart. We put the soles of our feet together with the knees flopping out. We put the palms together, fingers pointing down in the groin. Then we just gently bend at the wrists, not at the elbows, bend at the wrists, point the fingers up, and then we take these fingers up, up, up. You're tracing over the face, over the forehead, onto the back of the head, onto the ground, and you're getting a lovely stretch through the torso. As you stretch up and out, only to the first point of resistance, it's the first one, and then we sweep out as wide as you can and relax on the way down. So we just continue these at your own time. You can take as many breaths as you need to take the hands up, fingers pointing down, take the palms pointing up and then up towards, and then we take the thumbs, tracing along the body, nice and gentle, over the face. Put the hands as close as you can to your scalp and onto the ground as quickly as possible, or as close as you can to your head, yeah. And stretch up and through, and you can feel that through the shoulders, you can feel the intercostals, and then you're taking that stretch out from the shoulders to the elbows, elbows to the wrists to the fingertips. And just continue. If you feel that you can take your feet a little closer to the groin area, then please do, allowing the knees to flop out. Again, you can practice this one for 15, 20 minutes. You're lying flat. It's healing for the heart. Everything's being supported. It's a lovely, gentle stretch, which allows a greater inhalation using the diaphragm, pushing right down, getting the air into the lower lobes of the lungs, alveoli. So we're cleansing the body, stretching it with minimal effort. This is the thing. You can push your body to the extremes, but here we're doing a gentle stretch. We're lying flat. We're oxygenating the body, separating the intercostals, stretching the shoulders and the muscles inside of the thigh. Always looking for the natural pause, remember, at the height of the stretch, without straining, just allowing. And down we come. As I say, you can continue this for as long as you wish. It's a wonderful stretch. It's not load bearing. And using minimal energy and effort for maximum return. Remember, it's not the number of postures you do, it's how long you stay in the posture. Some places recommend that you practice a posture for 30 consecutive days, and then you will know that posture inside out But more importantly, you will know your reaction to the posture, seeing if it's beneficial, advantageous, and whether you should continue doing it. Nice and easy. Of course, you will find now that the body is beginning to loosen up, and the stretches are maybe becoming longer, and then perhaps there's an arch in the lower back. Three more. In your own time. Slow, smooth, deep breath. Always waiting for the natural pause. When you're finished, stretch out your legs. We're going to do leg circling. If you're lying this for a prolonged period, you can take your hands and help your knees back in, which easier for the muscles. So now leg circling. We're going to start with the right leg. Feet out straight. Palms down at the side of the body. We start clockwise with the right leg, inhaling on the upward movement, nice and easy. Exhaling on the downward movement. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Remember, any creaks or cracks or snaps are all healthy things, as long as you're doing it slowly with awareness and with the breath. It's muscles, tendons, ligaments just slipping back into their position. If you do have any structural problems, then the slower you do this, the better with the breath. You're less likely to cause any harm. If it's too strenuous, you stop and you don't do it. So as always, you can do as many as you wish, or you can just do it until you feel you've done enough and you stop. Left leg clockwise. Inhale on the upward movement. Exhale on the downward. I don't need to tell you the effect this is having. You can feel it. Nice and slow. Remember, the movement is always in line with the breath, not the other way around. Take a comfort breath. And then anti-clockwise with the right leg. Inhale in the upward movement. Exhale in the downward. If you're feeling it's too strenuous, then you just make the circles smaller. And we switch to the last, anti-clockwise on the left. You can feel the abdominal muscles working. I'm sure you can feel the buildup of lactic acid in the leg. When you've had enough, you finish. Take your feet to your seat. Separate them slightly more than hip width apart. Hands behind the head, window wipers. It's up to you how far apart you have your feet. So we're going to drop the knees to the right and turn to the left with our head. And if you don't feel you're getting a strong enough stretch in this position, then you come back up and either narrow the distance between the feet or make it greater till you get the desired effect. And just start to breathe slowly and deeply. Don't drop the chin. Slowly and deeply, and feel the stretch through that thigh muscle. Stretching the neck muscles, the shoulder muscles. You're trying to get your elbows as close to the ground as you can. Just relax. If you want to say a mantra, then you can make one up. There are too many to mention. You can make up your own mantra, something that works for you, something that comforts you, something you want to change in your life. You can go with simple ones like let peace begin with me. Let me begin with peace. My body is rested. My mind is calm. I've forgotten, can you believe it? My body is rested. My mind is calm. My heart is at peace. My spirit soars. My body is rested. My mind is calm. My heart is at peace. My spirit soars. So you're sticking a mantra if you feel your mind is wandering and you're worrying. Mantra is thought protection. Man is thought, Tra is protection. So you're protecting your mind with something more positive. Check you haven't dropped the chin. And you'll find now, whatever position you started in, the elbows will be closer to the floor. The neck muscles will be looser. So inhale as you come up, head up to neutral. Make the necessary adjustments if you want a bit wider or a bit narrower. I'm going to move them a little bit wider. And then you drop the knees to the left and the head to the right. Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I smile. Immersing myself in this present moment. I know it's beautiful. Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I smile. Immersing myself in this present moment. I know it's a beautiful moment.
Get a few mantras that you like and just keep repeating them when you feel stressed, when you're out of sorts, when you feel you can't turn your mind off. Checking that drop in the chin. Checking you're getting a stretch in the neck muscles. Inhale as you come up. Stretch your legs away. Take a few comfort breaths. Keep the hands behind the head. We're going to do leg lifts a third at a time. So we inhale, we lift a third. Exhale. Inhale, lift a third. Lastly, keeping the legs straight. Inhale, you're up at the top. Exhale. And we come down a third. Inhale. Exhale as you lower a third. Inhale. Exhale down another third. So the right leg. And the last third. So we're just going to alternate. So just continue at your own pace, keeping the hands behind the head, elbows relaxed. And come up in thirds and down in thirds with the breath. Again, you can change it about. If you want to have 2 or 3 breaths in each position, then please do. It doesn't have to be exactly as I say. Alternate. When you feel you've had enough, you just stop and line Shavasana. The only important thing here is keeping the legs straight. It doesn't matter how high you lift it. Finish the one that you're on and take a few comfort breaths. If you want to use the Bija mantras, practice these last few weeks, the Bija mantra for the legs is lung. So you breathe in, take all the energy into the base of the spine, and then with lung, Namaha, as you flush the legs with energy, with prana. Remember, Bija means seed. So it's a seed mantra. It's the most important mantra for that part of the body, according to yogis. Take our feet back to our seat. Keeping the arms behind the head. If it's too much, you can take them out, obviously. Place the feet together. In the position of the knees, we're going to take our knees and roll them down to the right, but I want you to keep the knees in the position they're in now, so they must remain level. So when you go down to the right, I don't want the top knees slipping back because it will lessen the stretch. So just roll over onto the outside of your right foot. And you don't have to have the left leg tense or anything, just allow it to follow. And you keep the knees level, and that gives you a lovely stretch. Turn the knees down to the right, look to the left. And just begin to settle into it. It's a wonderful stretch. Get that oxygen into the body, cleanse. Cleansing the lungs, oxygenating the blood, calming the nervous system. Slow, smooth and deep, focusing on your pause. The pause is is said to be the seed of meditation. And there's nothing to do, nowhere to go, nothing to think about. Checking out, dropping your chin. I keep mentioning it because it's exactly what I do. Inhale, head to neutral. You know what's coming now. Realign the feet. And you're just going to roll onto the outside of the left foot, keeping the knees level as you go down. So the top knee does not come back in line with the bottom knee. Turn to the right. These are very nice stretches. Minimal energy expended. Settle into the posture. With each exhalation, you're relaxing and releasing. Allowing the tightness to ease out of the body. Three more breaths. Become. Stretch the feet away. Release your arms. Shavasana for a few breaths. You can feel the circulation rushing back into the arms. Another old favorite, Sukta Pavamuktasana, the wind releasing posture, which wind in this case is energy, so it's releasing energy through the body. So we're going to slide our right heel along to the seat, and then we come up and clasp the right knee. So it will be one leg, both legs, left leg, right leg, both legs, left leg. So inhale as we stretch the foot, bend the foot up to the seat, and then exhale as we gently clasp and pull towards the chest. So the most important thing here is to keep the chin pressed firmly into the sternum. Squeezes the thyroid gland. You can stay here for as many breaths as you wish. When you feel you've had enough, inhale. Exhale as you slide away. Then it's both legs. So we inhale, clasp both knees, and just ease yourself forward. And again, to the first point of resistance, and allow, remember, 6 seconds to say the same things every week, because they're still valid. 6 seconds for the structures to start to release and help you. And then you can apply a little bit more pressure and let things be. So we're stretching the back, we're contracting the arms, we're squeezing the thyroid muscle, we're squeezing the lymph nodes under the armpits and the groin. We're massaging the abdominal area. It's a wonderful exercise. Inhale as you release. Stretch both legs along. We're back to the left. Inhale as you slide along. Exhale as you clasp. And that's it. So it doesn't matter if the head gets to the knee, that's not important. Get the chin pressed firmly in. And just start to breathe. If you don't find that holding is for you, then you can just keep easing through the stretches one breath at a time. Because holding is more strenuous in the lower back. So just continue a few rounds in your own time. Right, both, left. So wonderful squeeze and then groinal nodes. Which helps to flush out toxins in the body. If you feel that your legs are flat on your torso, then you can, when you're lifting up both legs, you can open the knees, put your hands between and clasp the outside of your feet. That's a stronger stretch again. Nice and easy in your own time. No need to strain, no need to stress. Left leg. So again, this is another one you can do first thing in the morning, lying in bed. You don't even need to open your eyes. So finish the round that you're on, and you can do this for 15, 20 minutes. And you'll feel the benefits. And just give a taster of each posture, and it's up for you. It's up to you to take what you need and to progress further with its practice. So we'll go straight into the bridge. Palms down the side of the body. And the legs, feet up at your seat. Very simple. We're just going to inhale and raise the seat. You can exhale and just lower down. In fact, we'll just do a few of these. We're putting the spine in the opposite direction, it's just been in. Inhale as we raise the seat, and just feel how your back responds to that. Exhale down. Very gentle, very easy. Feel the thigh muscles contract and the gluteals. And down. Now we introduce the arms. So you can synchronize the movement. So we inhale as we slowly raise the arms, and you're trying to get the arms to touch the ground at the same time as you get your maximum lift. So we stay in this position and we take our heels a little bit closer to our seat. And this will give you a stronger stretch in the thighs. And this is, we remain up and we inhale and just gently stretch through those arms. Stretch through, relax. Inhale as you stretch. Just continue gently. Check that your feet are parallel, that's important, so there's no damage on the knees. Inhale, stretch, and relax. If you want to go down each time, inhale, stretch, and then as you relax, you lower down. That's also okay too. You can take a comfort breath. And you're back to it. Inhale, stretch through those arms, up we come. And relax. So you can go up or down, stay up, depending where you're at with your fitness and your attitude. Now lower down the seat. And this next one isn't for everyone. But we're going to take our left foot, and we're going to place it on top of our right knee. And you're left with a triangle. So you can place your hand through the triangle. You can clasp the back of the thigh muscle, the hamstring area, or you can clasp above the knee. So we're lifting up, so either clasp under the knee, which is easier, or if you feel capable, above the knee. And then we stay in this position. And we just breathe, obviously. It's better if you keep your head up, but if the neck is getting strained, then of course you can lie back a bit and put your head down, but it's a different stretch. Inhale, and as we exhale, we gently pull in the knee. A wonderful stretch through the hip. And you can feel it easing. 6 seconds, remember. Now, take your awareness to how comfortable or uncomfortable this feels, because we're going to compare sides. So we're going to release. Lie back, take a few comfort breaths, and flatten that lower back. Gently compress that lower back onto the ground. Now we're obviously going to lift the right foot onto the left leg. But before we do, keep your awareness on how you're feeling with that stretch, because we're going to compare. In a couple of postures from now, we're going to do the side that was tighter. We're going to do that side again. Get a breath in. And exhale as you push through your lower back. Right, I know this side is definitely my tightest side. So right foot on top of left knee. And it's completely different now for me to lift up like this. I have to really be careful stretching for that knee. It's incredibly tight. And then we're back in this position. Right arm through the triangle, left arm over the top of the knee or under the knee. As I say, if the neck is giving you grief, you just lean back and you can feel you get a different stretch completely. I prefer to stay up. When you've had enough, You gently release. Stretch out the legs. A few breaths in Shavasana. Get that breath in to re-energize the body. Help to release lactic acid. The 3 R's. Respect for yourself, respect for others, and responsibility for your actions. We all make mistakes. When we realize we've made them, we must apologize as quick as possible. But of course, it doesn't always guarantee that you're forgiven. That's okay. Okay, we'll go back into the bridge and we're going to raise the legs. So this is a bit stronger again. And then we'll go back and do the side. That was more challenging. Foot on the knee. Okay. Palms down the side. Inhale as we raise the seat and the arms at the same time. Just try and synchronize that back of the hands reaching the ground for your maximum lift. Make any adjustments, you can move your shoulders. Check that your feet are comfortable. Most importantly, they're parallel. Better more than hip width apart, which gives you a greater chance to balance. So we inhale and we lift and we stretch through the shoulders and arms. We take that awareness to the left leg, contract the left thigh, and we bend the right leg, and then we point it up straight. It doesn't matter how far you lift it. It doesn't matter how far your seat is off the ground. So here we have the 3 aspects of yoga. We're stretching, we're strengthening, and we're balancing. Very powerful, this one. We don't need to stay in this too long. You can repeat them. You can stay for a couple of breaths, come out, rest, and go back up. Stay for 3 breaths and release. Take your awareness to your right leg. Check it, your feet's parallel. Contract the thigh. You feel the gluteus contracting. Then you have that base to lift the left. Straighten it. Inhale, stretch through the arms. Lifting through the seat. Keeping the legs straight. It doesn't matter how far you lift it. Three breaths. Release. Back down. Inhale, stretch up. As you come down, synchronize the hands coming down. Same time as the seat onto the ground. Keep your legs bent. So we're going to put the foot, in fact, have a few comfort breaths first. We're going to put the foot, our foot, on top of our knee, and you decide which one. You decide which side was tighter the last time. So for me, I'm putting my right foot on top of my left knee. And this actually stretches the right hip, so my right hip is a lot tighter. Slip your hand through the triangle, either under the knee or over it. And then as you inhale, exhale, gently pull back, stretching the opposite hip of the knee that you're holding. It's always a good idea, whichever posture you're doing, if you're like what we've been doing today, knees over to the side, whatever, if one side is tighter, then you always finish on the tightest side. One extra movement. So you start with it, you do the easiest side, then you finish until the body balances up. When you've had enough, gently release. Of course, there's two ways of coming up. Stretch out the legs. Have a few breaths as always. In fact, we can do just one lift on the bridge, just to put the spine in the opposite direction, just a simple lift. Keep it up for a couple breaths. And then lower down. If you do a forward bend, it's always best to do a back bend. If you do a right stretch, lateral stretch, it's best to do a left stretch. You always try and balance things up. It's not exactly rocket science. Right, there's two ways to come up. We can slip our hands behind our lower back and gently push up. Or you can stretch your legs away and come up in the balancing boat. Which remember, we lift our, not if you've lower back problems, we lift our legs off the ground, look up, lift our legs off the ground, take them up higher. So the hands are beside the knees. We tip forward. Two ways as ever. Right, sit tall for a few seconds. Again, just by doing that, you'll feel the muscles in the thighs contract. We'll do threading the needle. So I tend to do the same postures repeatedly because throughout the years, I found out the ones that work best for me. As I've said before, I think there's 72,000 postures, so I'm not really interested in finding out what they all are, but I've got quite a few just to repeat that work well, that cover forward bends, back bends, lateral bends, twists, various other assortments. Okay, so we're in the cat. Check out your knees are hip width apart. Remember, we want the balance because we're going to raise our right arm. Check out your hands are under your shoulders. And we're going to inhale as we raise the right arm, inhale as we raise it out. Stop at the first point of resistance and you start to breathe. No strain because it's easy to pull muscles doing this on the neck, shoulders. Allow the body to release its own time. When you feel that's enough, you come down, you can stop on your elbow, you thread the needle. So you're threading the needle, you can either stop as you push your arm under your body on the elbow and then raise the left arm, or you can come right down on the shoulder if you feel that's capable, if you're capable of that. And we come up, inhale as we come up with the left. and relax. Breathe slowly and deeply, allowing the body to release. And you can stay in these long enough, but most people in a class environment would get bored. When you've had enough, come down with the left arm, push up, readjust, stretch through the spine if you have to. Do one simple quick cat, and then we'll go with raising the left arm. First point of resistance, and you wait. A little wobble in me today, so my arms must be tired. I was massaging yesterday, so that's probably the reason. You've had enough of that, you come down, either rest on the elbow or come through onto the shoulder. Raise up the right. Out you come. Push up. Back into the cat, simple cat. And we just inhale. So raise up through the chin. Concave the back, raise the seat. Look up with the eyes. Exhale as you tuck in the chin. Arch through the back. And contract the gluteus. Always starting with the chin. Start to lift the chin as you inhale, concave the back slowly, slowly. And you feel that extension. Exhale as you tuck the chin through and up. Okay, we come into a sit-in position. And we're just sitting tall. And just when you slouch, there's no contraction of the thighs. When you sit tall, you can feel right away what happens in the groin and the thigh muscles. Then we're going to do mentally alternate nostril breathing. You're only focusing on sitting tall. It's more challenging than it looks. Take your mind and breathe in through the left nostril, and then out through the right. In right, and left. Taking your awareness back to sitting tall. I know you can feel it because I can feel it too. Just continue in your own time, in left, out right, in right, out left.
Rest your hands on your knees if you wish. If you've had enough or it's too much, then you just put your hands behind you and just gently lean back, but still keeping the spine straight, not slouching around in the shoulders. Still keep everything straight. And you can continue doing your breath. Finish the round that you're on. And we're going to take the soles of our feet together. Pull them as close as you can, as long as your knees are comfortable. Don't do this if you have dodgy knees. Just sit tall and relax. Soles of our feet together, pull them as close as you can. You can clasp the toes, the ankles, or the shins. Again, it's each of them is a different stretch. We're going to inhale and we're going to sit tall. So try and sit as tall as we can. Exhale, and we pull on the toes. Inhale, sit up, concave the back, exhale, relax. Sorry, I said that wrong before. So we inhale, just sit tall, pull on the toes. Exhale, relax. Inhale, pull, sit up. You can feel what's happening in the back. Couple more if you want to. And to finish, we put our elbows on our knees, and this is what we're looking for. Hands on the ankles. We're going to inhale, and we take the elbows, and we're pushing down on the knees, gently. We inhale, sit tall. You can hold if you wish. Exhale, release. Inhale, sit tall. And you can feel that lovely stretch in the groin area. We're pushing down through the elbows onto the knees. Three more if you wish. To come out, taking these together and straighten them a couple times to realign the knee joint. And then lie down in Shavasana. A well-deserved break in Shavasana. So you know it off by heart, but it's always nice. I do this myself each time. Floppy feet, it's a checklist. Floppy feet, palms facing upwards.
Relax those shoulders. Adjust your head, tuck in the chin if you need to. Compress the lower back onto the ground and let it spring back into a natural position. And take a couple sighs. Remember, sighing is the quickest way to initiate the relaxation response. So you breathe in deeply. You wait and then let it all go. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. So anytime you're stressed, you can stop, take 3 sighs, it breaks the cycle. Try it. You mustn't believe a word I say. So in Shavasana, you're aiming for no muscular tension. Pray. Meditate. Be aware. Stay awake. Bow. Practice yoga. Feel. Chant and sing. Breathe and smile. Relax. Enjoy. Laugh and play. Create and envision. Let go. Forgive and accept. Walk, exercise, and move. Work, serve, and contribute. Listen, learn, and inquire. Consider and reflect. Cultivate oneself. Enhance competencies. Cultivate contentment. Cultivate flexibility. Cultivate friendship and collaboration. Open up, expand, and include. Lighten up and dream. Celebrate and appreciate. Give thanks. Evolve. Love. Share, give, and receive. Walk softly and live gently. Expand, radiate, and dissolve. Simplify. Surrender and trust. Be born anew.
if you reflect on some of these practices and bring a few into your life every day, you will be transformed. Lama Surya Das. And I'll just finish with a quote from Mary Oliver. Listen, are you breathing just a little and calling it a life? Listen, are you breathing just a little and calling it a life? Thank you very much. As always, namaste with much love.